What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my first YouTube video, and thank you for checking out my channel as well. The name is Sam, not Samuel. So with this first video today, we will be discussing the 11 new Star Wars shows and movies that are going to be coming out in the next few years. We got 10 shows and one movie, actually 2 movies, but we're only going to be discussing one because you actually know what one of them is in Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron movie. So let's go ahead and get into it. So with the first show that we're discussing is the animated Star Wars Visions, which is, I believe, is 10 animated short films throughout the Star Wars galaxy. We don't know what they're going to be about, but they're all going to be by different developers, or I guess studios. Yeah, different animated studios. So animated Star Wars has never really disappointed anybody. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to these a lot. And it's going to be as Star Wars Galaxy through the lens of the world's best Japanese anime creators. Now, I guess the only anime style Star Wars we had was the original Clone Wars series, and that was great. That actually led up to Revenge of the Sith, and we actually saw how Grievous took the Chancellor, and that animation style had that Samurai Jack style. So I'm not saying all of these are going to be like that, but if some of them are, then it's going to be some of the best 10 short films we've seen. Now, the next show we have is a Lando Calrissian show. Now, we know Donald Glover's take on Lando in Solo was really good. Had the extravagant clothes, the capes. Gotta love the capes. Saw Han got the Falcon, lost it, got it back. So I'm looking forward to Lando's show, especially if it's going to be a more younger Lando, and how he came across to going to Cloud City, which I'm kind of interested in a lot, especially with how Cloud City is just a kind of out there on its own mining community, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Now, the next show is the Bad Batch. Bad Batch is going to be. I enjoyed the episodes of the Bad Batch we got at the beginning of season 7 of the Clone Wars. Now, we don't have them in Lego form in this game, but hopefully they come with the new Skywalker saga as some type of like DLC or whatever. But I'm really looking forward to it. I want to see how Echo takes in with that squad well, because it's going to happen after Revenge of the Sith. So not only where we see them turn into great turn them into more stormtrooper, like an elite stormtrooper squad, but I also want to see if they interact with Vader and Tarkin, especially Tarkin. I like Grand Moff Tarkin a lot. The next show that I believe is going to be an animated show is the show A Droid Story, which is going to be interacting with C-3PO and R2 and how they're bringing up another droid, I believe. And I hope this story encounters how C-3PO gets his red arm, because the Force Awakens never gave us a story. It was a little side mission in the Lego Force Awakens games, which are on here now, and they did help other droids, so hopefully it goes into that, and it should be a really good story, because I enjoyed playing that level a lot. The next show we have is the Cassian Andor series. Now, I don't have Cassian in Lego, and I tried to create him, but I couldn't get the right outfit combo, so we're just using a regular Rebel Fleet Trooper to represent Cassian. Here now, it has been known Alan Tudyk has said that we won't be seeing K2 in Season 1, although I really enjoyed his humor in Rogue One. I do hope we get to see him in Season 2. And throughout Season 1, I'd hope we get to see classic Rebellion people like Bail Organa, Mon Mothma, more of Akbar, and who else? There's one other person. Oh, like other Rebellion generals we know throughout shows and other movies, and bringing it all together, like Hera Syndulla that we saw during Rebels. And I really do hope we see Hera some more, especially a live-action version. We heard a reference to her in Rogue One. If you played Star Wars Squadrons, you saw her. So it's video games and the animated shows are coming together, and you see little hints of them in the movies. But I want to see actual more live-action integration of the animated series, which we've seen in The Mandalorian, and hopefully we can keep going throughout these new shows. The next show came to a surprise to a lot of people in the Book of Boba Fett. At the end of Season 2 of The Mandalorian, we see Boba Fett go back to Jabba's hut and kill Bib Fortuna. And Boba and Finnick Shrand is her name, I believe. I can't really know how to say it. Don't have her here, so we're using Zam Wessel in her place. I'm really excited to see what this show goes on to. I do hope we get to bring back another one of an all-time great Star Wars character and bounty hunter in Hondo Ohnaka. He is absolutely great character, and if they have anybody in live action to represent him, this lighting's so much better, we're going to use this. If there is anybody in live action to represent him, it should absolutely be Johnny Depp. I don't think there's anybody else who can bring in that type of attitude or anything for this character except Johnny Depp, and I will die on top of this mountain to bring Johnny Depp into Star Wars. And I believe we're getting the Book of Boba Fett this December of 2021, and then The Mandalorian Season 3 will be coming after that. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Either way, if it's gonna be Boba, The Mandalorian, and then one of these other shows in like all the weeks continued, maybe a little break in between them, we're gonna have some great Star Wars content coming out on Disney Plus, along with whatever Marvel shows release, and it's gonna be some great Disney Plus content, that's for sure. The next show is the Kenobi series, and that is probably my top 2 anticipated shows. It's bringing McGregor back as ObiWan is absolutely the best choice you could ever have, and him going up against Vader again is going to be great, along with Hayden actually being in the suit as Vader, which is going to be great. Them two working together is phenomenal, and I'm seeing a lot of people say they want Darth Maul to make an appearance again, but it takes place between episodes 3 and 4, but so did Rebels, and we saw Obi-Wan in Rebels along with Maul, and we saw Maul's story come to an end there, and depending how it's around there, I highly doubt we'll be seeing Maul in the Kenobi series. Anyway, this is the top 2 show that I really can't wait to see, and I'm absolutely excited for it. The next show on the list is The Acolyte. Now, I know it's going to be set in the High Republic era that these new books are about. However, what I wish The Acolyte would be about is the Night Sisters. Bring in a live action Asajj Ventress. Bring in the Night Sister Merlin, whatever her name. I forget her name, from Fallen Order. Bring in that story and have that come together, because I believe Ventress's story keeps going after Clone Wars in the Dark Disciple book with Quinlan Voss. I haven't read it. I heard it's really good, though. I don't know her fate, but if it's anywhere around that, the Acolyte should absolutely be the Night Sisters. It's a great way to bring a new... how can I say this? Bring in a new feel and a new side of, I guess, dark side Star Wars. Because we only see, like, the actual, like, Sith dark side, but an actual, like, magic and bringing some other Night Sisters. But we see, I believe in Clone Wars is the series when Grievous comes in and kind of wipes out Dathomir. Yes, that's the name of their city, planet, Dathomir. And which is also referenced in the Fallen Order game, but the Acolyte, before I knew it was going to be the High Republic, I was hoping that it was going to be about the Night Sisters. That is a show that I want. That is a show we need, and we need a live-action Asajj Ventress. Another great Star Wars villain. The next show, which I believe is part of like a three-way simultaneous, like, shows that take place around the same time of The Mandalorian. This is the Rangers of the Republic. Now, I know recently we've lost Gina as Cara Dune, and when they recast her, as we know Disney will, the top three women they should have for her is Jamie Alexander, who plays Lady Sif from Thor, Mary Elizabeth Winston, who was in Gemini Man, Birds of Prey, was the Huntress in Birds of Prey, and I believe she was in Live Free or Die Hard. She's a great actor. And the Gemma Arterton, I believe is how you say her name. I could be wrong. She was in... It was the second James Bond movie when he was in the desert. I forget that one with Daniel Craig. Forget the name of that one. She was in that murder mystery comedy with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. I believe she would be a great fit for this role. And the Rangers of the Republic should absolutely include those X-Wing pilots we've seen in The Mandalorian, because I want to see Dave Filoni in a show that he also directs, like as a recurring character or like a side main type character, other than just like a 2 appearance thing. I want to see him in his own show with Jon Favreau directing it. I think it'll be great. And Rangers of the New Republic should be a pretty good show. It's probably within the top 5 of these new shows that I'm excited for. It's not the number 1. Now, the number 1 show that I am excited for and will watch probably the episodes twice in the same day is the Ahsoka show. Now, from what was hinted in her, or the name drop we had in her one episode, we know what the mission is that she's going to be looking. She's going to be looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, in the Rebels show, Thrawn came in and was one of the best Imperial villains of all time. Still is, always has been. Seeing him come in was great. We know she's going to be looking for him, and at the end of Rebels, we know that Ezra Bridger took him somewhere. They just jumped to hyperspace in one of the Imperial cruisers. She's hopefully going to be looking for him. Ezra was the Jedi I wanted Grogu to connect with at the end, but then when I found out the Ahsoka show was announced, knew that probably wasn't going to happen, and they were going to save him for the show. Now, the ending of season 4, we saw Sabine come back and find Ahsoka. So I hope we see a live-action Sabine with the actress that voiced her in Rebels, Taya Sakura. I believe that's how we say her name. I want her to come in and play her, because she did great, and it also will reunite her with a possible return appearance of Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan might actually have the Darksaber by then, because Sabine gave it to Bo in Rebels. And then I would also like, I don't think this will actually happen, but if Ahsoka ever reaches out for guidance, two people she should see as Force Ghosts: Anakin and Plo Koon. Now, you can throw in ObiWan there and or Yoda, but I think it should be Anakin, ObiWan, or Anakin and Plo Koon. Or with all three of them. I'll be excited either way, because we know Plo Koon was the one that found Ahsoka and kind of got her into the Jedi Order. And then Anakin was her actual master that we saw throughout the Clone Wars. And their relationship formed into one of the best relationships in Star Wars outside of Anakin and Padme. But this is probably the number one show I'm excited for. Ahsoka is probably everybody's top 3 characters in Star Wars. Now, the movie that I am pretty excited for is directed by Patty Jenkins in Rogue Squadron. We know what Rogue Squadron is because it came out with one of the best Star Wars games on the Nintendo 64. And having that feel of this movie just the same way that Rogue One is, the Battle over Scarif, how that was done, it should be a really gritty Star Wars movie. And those of the one movie we got like that, it turned out was received very well, did good, and we don't know what kind of missions it's going to be on, what the overall theme of it is. Well, we know what the theme of it is, but the overall story, we just know it's going to be space battles, and space battles are always fun to watch. The cast, I don't know what's planned or who we should have in here, or when exactly it takes place in Star Wars. Like, is it sometime between the original trilogy, which makes sense? Is it maybe after? Or is it like the early stages of the rebellion around Rogue One? Which would probably make sense, because, Rogue One and Rogue Squadron, but who knows? But, yeah. That's my rundown of the new Star Wars shows and one movie that we know about. But with the movies, we still have a Taika Waititi's project. And then we have Rian Johnson's trilogy, which I'm very excited about, but we don't know anything about those yet. But that's it for this video today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, as I'll mostly have a lot of Star Wars related content coming out. I'll probably have some Let's Play videos of some Star Wars games. I might do more videos describing the shows as we go on. I think I already said hit the like and subscribe. Can't do that too much. Thank you for watching.